So about 6 months ago, I thought it'd be a good idea to sign up for an Ironman, having done no sporting events since sports day at school, 1996. Now here I am.
Hello David, so Ironman,
yes,
how was it?
It was good. So this is kind of what really inspired these videos from day one, I suppose. It is now July, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is now July, and back in November of last year I was 16 stone. I couldn't run. I did a bit of mountain biking now and again, and I was alright at swimming, did a bit of swimming now and again, but that was trying to lose weight. I was going to the gym trying to lose weight and it just wasn't happening. So I figured I'd do something crazy and insane, because I live along the Ironman route and I saw the Ironman running past every year, and every year I thought, that's insane, I could never do that, that's impossible. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a go and it'll be some inspiration. So in that space of 6 months, from starting in January, because I first had the idea in November, I spoke to a PT who specialises in training people for Ironman in December, and I started the training with him in January. In a course of 6 months, I dropped from 16 stone to 12 stone. I lost 4 stone and I was ready for the Ironman. And at the very beginning I was thinking, this isn't going to happen, I'm not going to complete it. And then I started to think, well, I'm just going to aim to get over the line. Whatever happens, I'll get over the finish line. If I can do it within 8 hours, that'll be fine. To the point where I managed to finish in 6 hours 20. And apparently for your first ever Ironman, and I'm talking half Ironman, it's 70.3.
70.2.
70.3.
70.3.
70.3.
70.3.
Yeah, it's the Staffordshire 70.3, and for the first one of those, apparently, if you do it in under 7 hours, that's considered a good time. So I did it in 6 hours 20, which I was ecstatic with, to the point where I looked at the clock and I was thinking, is that my name? Is that somebody else's name? Yeah, so I was really happy that I did it in that time.
I think I'm having a nosebleed.
What, just thinking about it? In that space of 6 months, I spoke with my PT, Sam Coxon. He'd done 7 Ironman. He's just qualified for the all-world athlete Ironman in South Africa, I think it is. So he put a training plan in place for me to the point where I couldn't run. I never ran. I always said, if you see me running, run as well, because something will be chasing me. To the point where I was really pleased where I got to my first mile, and it's great to think back to that now because it wasn't so long ago. I was thinking, wow, I can run a mile, and I was thinking, wow, I can run 2 miles, and then it got to the point where it was just coming naturally. I was running 10 miles, and it felt like it just happened. But running was always my weakest point, so I was, to start with, running about an average of 11-minute miles, put that down to 10, got that down to the low 9s, high 8s, which still isn't great in terms of running, but I was pleased that I managed to do that in that time. Swimming, I picked up straight away. I always loved swimming, so I was great with that. I just needed to learn, I always did breaststroke, so I needed to learn front stroke and my breathing. I started to go into chase water, open water swim classes, who were really helpful, absolutely brilliant, and taught me the skills of open water swimming there. And then the biking, because I started during the winter, I got on a turbo trainer, so I was in the garage cycling on a turbo trainer, eventually going to out on the roads and getting used to it on the roads, and then following the actual course, and I did the actual road bike course a couple of times leading up to it. And again, the biking and the swimming were my strong points, so I finished the swim in 45-ish minutes, I think. Can't remember the exact time. I finished the bike in just under 3 hours, I think it was now off the top of my head. I can't, 2 hours something or other. Again, I can't remember, but those are my two fastest points. And when I got to the run, that's when I really slowed down. And I remember on the bike overtaking loads of people, thinking, yeah, this is brilliant. And then when I got to the run, they all kept coming back past me again. But it was a really hot day. It was about 30 degrees on the day, and everybody was just dying on the run. It just killed everybody off. There was people overtaking me in like navy tri-suits. I'm not calling about the colour, I'm talking about as in Royal Navy, who then I went past again because they were limping with cramp. It was taking out a lot of people in the run. So
including your PT?
Yes, yeah, my PT had a real bad cramp on the run as well, so he couldn't complete it. But I was first worried that I backed off my pace. My pace went back to sort of the 10 and to 11-minute miles for my run. But in the end, I think that's what got me through it, because I just thought, as long as you don't stop, you'll be fine. Just keep paddling along. So it was buzzing that I actually made it, and I lost weight in the course of that. So from that, it led me on to wanting to keep fit, and it led me on to finding out what I enjoyed, which kind of established the name of this channel as in WilderFit, because I realised I enjoyed getting fit in the wilderness. I didn't enjoy the road biking, being on the road, annoying the road users coming past you, the smog. I didn't enjoy running on the roads, on the streets, but during the course of training I was doing mountain biking, I was doing running through trails, and that's what I enjoyed, and that's what I was wanting to get back to, and it was great. As soon as the Ironman was over, I felt like I need to carry on training because I'm addicted to getting out there now. I need to fit these times in, but I could pick what I wanted to do, and I found what I really enjoyed was getting out there, getting into nature, getting out there through the trails and the mountain bikes.
Dragging me along with you.
Yes, and dragging Coop along with me. And he's coming on leaps and bounds as well now, really enjoying the mountain biking. Yeah. Not touched running yet, but maybe at some point. And the open water swimming, again, as opposed to swimming in a pool, I really enjoyed just getting out there and getting into nature and getting into the wilderness, because it's good for the mind as well. You know, it's been proven scientifically that people who've looked at just even pictures of nature and the woods and trees, opposed to people who've looked at other inanimate objects, have then performed better on tests.
Spoons.
Yes, possibly spoons. And again, they've done tests of people getting into nature and people locked in small rooms and whatever, and then doing tests afterwards. And again, the people who experience nature have always come out better mentally. So it's kind of a meditation / fitness as well, I've found.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it came from. That's what led on to this channel, really.
Yeah.
Any other questions from you about the Ironman?
I think we should do some
waffled on a while.
Some reviews on the old Ironman. So we haven't talked about cost, but if someone that wanted to go and do it, out of 5, what does it cost a lot to do? Or
yeah, it was quite expensive to do, which is also the reason that I thought once I've signed up, I've got to do it. And the cost changes depending on how early you sign up. I signed up quite mid to late, so it was around about £250 I think. But then you've got to think about the costs. Like, I didn't own a road bike, I didn't own running shoes, I didn't own a wetsuit. All those costs added up. So overall, I'd say the cost was a 1 or possibly a 2, as in really expensive. You know, out of 5, a 2 yeah, probably say about a 2 as being expensive to.
But
to
now
do.
you've got all that stuff, so next year it'll be obviously a lot cheaper for you.
Yeah, that is true. Once you've got it, and if you do want to keep up the fitness as well, which is what I wanted to do, you've got it to use then. And I still do go to the open water swimming. I still go out now trail running. The road bike's gathering dust at the minute because I just love the mountain biking.
Cool. So that's a 2 out of 5 for price.
Yes.
Enjoyment.
A 5 out of 5. It was so enjoyable, and the main thing I took away from it was the supporters along the way. Running through little villages, you know, there's old people outside ringing the bells, cheering you on. There's kids reaching out for high fives, all along the route along the way. Then when you got into Stafford town centre, there's crowds all along the sides. There was the main run route went past a section where there's a housing estate behind, and there was 2 old guys, both up on ladders with hoses because it's such a hot day, spraying everybody as they come past. And there was a young kid with a water pistol who was loving it, squirting people, and people were running for the water. The amount of support that we had, and then people like friends, family coming along, there cheering you on. That's what I was enjoying it the most, I think, because especially for me, before this I'd never done a sporting event since PE at school, not a single thing. So for me to achieve this, get to that point, and then have everybody there cheering you on was just an absolute buzz. It's one of the biggest buzzes I've ever felt. Yeah.
Brilliant. And workout, fitness.
Fitness. Well, I lost 4 stone in 6 months, so a 5.
Brilliant. So that's 2 for price, 5 for enjoyment, and 5 for fitness.
Which kind of makes the price worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I've got this t-shirt, I've got a finisher t-shirt, and my name is on the back of this t-shirt, which you probably can't see, but that's all the names of the competitors there, which kind of forms the Ironman logo, and my name is there somewhere. Yeah, it was well worth it, and I got obviously a little medal, which I'm really proud of.
Brilliant.
If you like that video and you want to see Coop get up to some more challenges or just stuff we're up to in general, then hit subscribe down here somewhere and give us a thumbs up. That'd be great.
You got to say your bit.
What am I saying?
Related videos.
Oh, click some related videos.